Hi guys, it's Summers here and welcome to another episode of my On the Road Career Mode series with Walsall. We're going to have a quick look here at our scouting options. So we're going to sign up a gentleman called Connor Murphy for £220,000. He's a three-star scout. We're not going to set up his tenure at the moment in a particular area because we want to set him up on the same day as the other scouts, which will be the first of the month. And we just headed out here to some training for the youngsters that currently occupy the club. We've got Parker, Ginnelly, Dobson, Roberts and Wilson. I believe that was Ginnelly going up by 1 overall. And then straight out to another training exercise for the same players. Okay, so we've got our first scout reporting from Germany, and we're just going through the players here that Lance Evans has managed to find out there, and sort of just weeding out the players that we want to keep an eye on. So we've got Torben Newman, he's worth watching at the moment, and we're just going to get rid of the likes of Daniel Hoffman, not worth enough money, doesn't have enough overall potential. And then we've got a player called Marcus Schneider who is also worth a look at. So we've got Newman and Schneider. We're going to keep those guys on the watch list going into the next episode and just see how they improve over the course of the next month. Okay, so we've moved on in the time since we've last purchased this scout, and it's now the first of the month, obviously, because we've just got our scout reporting from the other scout house out in Germany, and we're going to scout the Ivory Coast and have a quick look at who is available to us in terms of hiring a scout in the third slot. And what I really want to do is get a decent scout available to us on the last slot and use up a big chunk of the money that we've got available. So move out to the first game of the episode here. It's a simmed one because we're at home. Cook there with a yellow card after 10 minutes. Taylor scored for Plymouth on the 22nd minute. And we've got one just ahead of half time there with Ferrier. Always seems to score goals in sim games, so that's a good asset for the squad. And here come the changes. Plymouth and ourselves are making changes here, and it's turned out to be a 1-1 result there. Ferrier on the score sheet for us and Taylor for Plymouth. Okay, so we move out to another training programme for Parker, Ginnelly, Dobson, Roberts and Wilson. We see there that Wilson's gone up by 1 overall. He is now on 64, the young right back. So this is the first away game of this episode. We are playing against Scunthorpe United at Glanford Park.
Make some noise and welcome our visitors Walsall and your Scunthorpe United.
Dobson leads the team out there. Let's have a look at the rest of the lineup. So we've got Roberts in goal, Devlin at right back, Martin Guthrie in the centre of defence, Leahy at left back, Ishmael on the right, Edwards and Dobson in the centre of midfield with Ginnelly on the left wing, and then we've got Ferrier and Cook up front. A bit of an anomaly there. Obviously didn't change the squad because Cook shouldn't be in the team for us, as Scunthorpe absolutely smashed that ball away as we've given one away in defence. Tried the pass out from the back, and we got punished for it. It is a stunning finish from distance, that, to be fair. So we've passed that ball out and we've got caught out by Scunthorpe, who've managed to gather it up, and then the players just absolutely hit a rocket from just outside the box as we tried to close him down. Okay, we've got the ball here out to Ferrier. Cuts back inside, knocks it into the box. Dobson with a header. Really should have done better there with that header. In fact, we had time to bring it down, I think, in the box and take a touch maybe. as Ferrier once again gets pushed down the channel, cuts inside, takes a shot. Oh, well, that's a really cheesy goal there for Edwards. We took the shot, it got deflected, it fell to Edwards, and he just poked it home. I wouldn't be quite celebrating that one quite so much there, Edwards, because it wasn't the best goal in the world. So Ferrier's cut inside, he smashed it, don't think it was actually going in anyway, deflected off the defender, and Edward picks up the pieces and knocks it in past the Scunthorpe's keeper. 1-1 then. Ball into Ferrier. Turns his defender. What a terrible, terrible effort there from Ferrier from the edge of the box. Absolutely spoons the shot. He's supposed to be taking that shot with the inside of his boot, surely, not the outside of his boot. As Roberts get absolutely smashed there by the Scunthorpe striker as we go into half time. Moving on into the second half, and Scunthorpe here have absolutely cut us apart, and that is a really good goal there from Scunthorpe. I think these are the type of things where we're starting to notice the difference between the step up in legendary difficulty to ultimate. Occasionally we just get absolutely torn apart in defence because the defenders aren't up to the kind of scratch that I'm used to with my other career mode with Aston Villa, and yeah, we just get caught out with players getting in behind like that. Devlin up over the top towards Ishmael. Oh, nice flick up, knocks it into the box. Ginnerly. Oh, well, that was close. I think he actually shaved the paint off the post, but there we go. And get that ball away. No, diving out at it. We've made too much space into the box, and Roberts has to make a great save there to keep us at 2-1. Another attack here from Scunthorpe, and it's a goal. I went to attacking, to be honest. You won't have seen that ahead of that, but I had it on the attack mode, got caught out in the midfield, give the ball away to Scunthorpe, didn't react quickly enough, and I think that was enough to get us turned over. So yeah, it's a good finish though from the edge of the box from the Scunthorpe player there. Can't really complain. That's the kind of shot that Ferrier should have took in the first half. So it's a loss against Scunthorpe there, 3-1 in that game. I did go a bit too much attacking in the second half, and I think that kind of finished us off. So let's have a look at how the players performed. Edwards got an 8.2 and was the best player by far on the pitch. He come off purely because he was absolutely knackered. Martin 7.2, Ferrier 7.2, and Devlin 7.3 are the best of the rest. As we can see there, they had 5 shots on target, whereas we only had 3. And we're moving straight out to a Carabao Cup tie at home against Crawley Town. Obviously a competition that we'd like to go a little bit further into. Ferrier once again getting on the score sheet, but it's quickly followed up by an equaliser by Greco Cox for Crawley. And then a couple of yellow cards on the board there for Devlin for us and Maguire for Crawley Town. They've made a substitution, brought on Maguire for Doherty. We've just brought on Ronan for Edwards. And Dobson gets us a goal right at the death there. Dobson scores on the 87th minute, and we go through to the next round in the Carabao Cup. Next game on the list is another home game. We're facing off against Gillingham this time. Straight away, Martin after 1 minute. That must be a corner, surely. Header from a corner, that's what we're going to go for. Riley for Gillingham has got booked. Edwards has scored for us, and Parker, both in the 33rd minute for us and Gillingham respectively. And then Bingham for them, Cook for us. Goals galore in this one, 5 already, 66th minute. And then there's nothing actually happened for the last third of the game. So that was a decent result on the sim side of things, and we're just moving out to the next training session. No overall increases, but Dobson is getting close to one. As we move out to the next away game, we're on the road again. This time we're playing against Wimbledon, AFC Wimbledon at Kingsmeadow.
Please make some noise and welcome our visitors Walsall and your Wimbledon. Number 39, Joe.
This is our lineup for the game. So we've got Roberts in goal, Wilson at right back, Roberts, Fitzwater in centre defence, Leahy at left back, Morris, Edwards, Dobson and Ginnerly are in midfield with Ferrier, and obviously I've swapped out Cook for this match for Parker. Straight from the kick-off here, let's have a look at the action as it unfolds. So putting them under a huge amount of pressure, and Ferrier's just been knocked the ball. It's off to Parker, he's holding on to it but manages to find Gidney out on the left hand side, and a slide tackle that comes off of him and goes out for a goal kick. Goal kick here for Wimbledon. Gonna lump it upfield, out to the left side, knock it inside, and we've managed to steal the ball away again and put them under pressure again. That was out to Ferrier. Where was the pace there, Ferrier? Should have been a goal there. Into the box from Wimbledon, and we've disappeared in the centre again, but they've managed to stroke it wide, fortunately for us. Into the box. Ginnerly there, trying to get on his bike at the back post. Parker knocks it off to Dobson. Dobson into Ferrier. Ferrier over the back to Ginnerly. Finesse shot. Oh, so unlucky there, Ginnerly, with the finesse shot at the back post. As Wimbledon come forward, they've managed to steal the ball away from us. And who's that down in midfield? And he can't seem to be getting up. I think that's one of the centre backs, because he's gone walkies in the centre there, and Wimbledon have gone one ahead. That all started because a player basically got absolutely smashed in midfield and left a gaping hole that they got into at the back. Okay, so Wimbledon coming forward again here on the left hand side. Didn't quite get that ball away very well, and Wimbledon nearly scoring as we've dropped into defensive mode. One touch, two touch. Okay. Pinnock there with a goal for Wimbledon that was one of those ping pong goals basically that we see from time to time in FIFA 19. Ones that you can barely do anything about because you just cannot get a touch on the ball. So a simple lobbed through ball, first time knock into the box, and a header. Very simple football, but quite effective, and means that we're now 2-0 down against Wimbledon. Moving out to the second half here, managed to get onto the ball. Can we get a shot away? We can. Just dragged it wide. Unfortunate there. Ferrier on the ball, knocks it to Dobson. Dobson finds Ferrier again, takes the pot shot and follows it up with a header from 18 yards. Strange decision when he could have hit a volley, but never mind. Coming towards the end of the game here, and Park getting absolutely smashed by Nightingale with a sliding tackle, and he gets rewarded with a yellow card for his efforts. So we're just going to throw this one into the box. We're 2-0 down. There's no chance of coming back in this game, so just get it on in there and see if we can get something on it, and we can't. So there we go, 2-0 loss in that away game there against Wimbledon. Be interesting to see which player it was that went missing in action in the midfield, and it was actually Fitzwater. And there isn't really a player there that's had a decent performance other than Dobson, who got a 7.7. We had no shots on target in that game. We're certainly never going to win any games playing like that. But if you enjoyed that episode, please don't forget to hit the like button, and also subscribe to the channel for future FIFA 2019 content.